Well, greetings, Cap fans, and welcome to a very special episode of the Captain America Comic Book Fans Podcast. It's episode 288. Why is it very special? Because it's one of my favorite episodes of the year. We do it twice a year, and is the Captain America Comic Book Fan-tasy Draft, and this is number 6. And this is the part where I say, my name is Rick Verbanis, and I've got a co-host. He's the best gosh darn one out there. You know his name. It's Bob Lucius. Oh, Bob, does the draft really matter? At the end of the day, at the end of your career, at the end of time, does it really matter?
LeBron James? I don't know. I don't know.
You just named the first sports guy that came into your head.
I did. Yeah.
I love you. That actually is a coach. You might know him, John Gruden. Does that sound familiar? Nope.
Sure is he running for Senate?
No.
Okay.
No. John Gruden, famous NFL coach. He has been on several teams throughout the years. He's been on some Super Bowl teams and pretty famous guy. He's had a couple of shows, reality shows, sports related. You probably wouldn't have seen it, but that is a famous quote of his.
Wow.
Bob, why am I quoting you a John Gruden quote?
Well, it can go either way, but I'm going to go with the fact that we are doing the Captain America Fantasy Draft tonight.
By the way, was it draft number 6 when that finally sunk in? Like you finally put the two together and
right?
Like, oh,
yeah,
comic book fantasy draft.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah,
good for you.
Slow on the uptake, but
that's all right.
Good natured.
Yeah. That's why you're here. So that is why we have done these. This is number 6. We do it twice a year. We strategically place these episodes around real drafts, such as the NFL draft that is coming up in a next. Well, if you're listening on the day this comes out, it starts tomorrow, first round of the NFL draft. So we figure we tie in, and then we also do it in August, which is the fantasy football month. So people are doing their fantasy drafts for football at that time. So we figure twice a year, and we did the first one. It was just you and me, and we had so much fun. We're like, we got to do this again. And so we started inviting people to join, and we have 2 Captain America fans that join us the last 4 drafts. And generally speaking, they have been supporters of the show. And so we will introduce them here in a few moments.
That seems... I don't know, Rick. It seems like there have been supporters of the show, and yet we invite them on and abuse them. Throughout this process. So it doesn't seem fair. But
to be fair, I've and you have received some abuse as well.
Well, that is true.
Yeah.
And well deserved, I should say.
And it's all fair.
Yeah.
It's all fair in draft and wars and love and whatever that quote is. Yeah. So, so we'll have them on here. But Bob, it's been a week since I've talked to you. How you doing?
It has. It's been a busy week, Rick. Oh my gosh. We're recording this, and I am careening toward the end of semester teaching. I'm dealing with a wildfire this week. A big wildfire broke out down here, and dealing with some litigation. Not that anybody's suing us, but we're sort of tangentially involved. So it's just been a lot going on this week. So I'm looking forward to having a little time to step back from all that and focus on what we love. How about you? How was your week?
I've had a good week. Bob, I'm sporting some new glasses.
I noticed that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't say a darn word.
I didn't know if it was intentional. I didn't know. At first, I thought, well, maybe he's going to take him off before the show, or maybe he's trying to throw us off our game by looking so scholarly and professorial. That you're just trying to mess with our head dope. I didn't know what was going on.
I got tired, Bob. I got tired of. A few years ago, I got bifocal contacts.
Yeah.
Changed my life. I'm like, oh wow, I can see far away and I can see my phone.
Yeah.
And then my eyes got worse
Uh,
and my contacts couldn't get any stronger. So then I started putting these readers over top of my bifocal contacts so I could
yeah.
read, my phone. And then I'd have them like strategically placed, like I have some in my
Yeah.
work bag, I have one in
Right.
my car, I got one
Yeah.
here at this desk, I got one upstairs, I got one next to my nightstand. And inevitably, you know what happens is I go into a restaurant and I go and I sit down, we
Hmm.
get the menus. I'm like, I left the glasses in the car.
Yeah.
And then I have two choices then, Bob. I can either go out to my car,
Yeah.
retrieve my glasses and come back, or I can get out my phone and put the
Ah,
flashlight on
right.
and
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
do that,
Yeah.
or take pictures and then blow
Oh,
up the
that's it.
picture.
That's the one. That's the one right there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
find myself, what the heck is this nutritional information? Or,
Yeah.
and you got to take a photo and zoom in. That's terrible.
Yeah. So now I've got these what do they call it? Progressives.
Yeah.
Right. So I've
Right.
got those going on. So taking a little. I'm only like less than 24 hours of having them.
All
So
right.
if you see me doing this,
Yeah.
it's because I'm trying to read something from the with the bottom of my glasses. It's
Well,
quite
all right.
annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
think I'm
right.
gonna have better posture now,
Yeah.
from like
Nice.
sitting up and doing this.
Yeah. Right. That
Yeah.
looks good though. All right. Nice.
Yeah. You like
Good
it?
for you. Good for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. Brings out my cataracts, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Beautiful.
this is going to be an extra long episode. They always tend to be. So we should
Mm.
probably just get to our guests.
Yes. Good call.
And we've got two guests on the show, one returning and one brand new. We'll start with the returning guest. You have seen him on the show a few times. He is a super soldier patron. Now, what does that even mean? Well, we have supporters of the show because, listen, we have expenses. We don't necessarily like make any money on the show. So we have people who donate, and they go to buymeacoffee.com/cap comic fans, and they donate to keep us going, and we really do appreciate that tremendously well. So there's a lot of perks that go along with that because we want to pay people back. And super soldiers, we only have 10. We limited at 10. Why? Because super soldiers can come on the show, and so we kind of cap that out. So I say that because I want to introduce Mark Domeier, who is a super soldier patron. Hi, Mark. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, great to be here. Brought my challenge coin with as well, one of a few that I have up on the shelf, and
Oh,
Very
that's good
nice.
news. We were about to
yeah,
challenge you.
yeah, I assumed that and was prepared for that. Yeah, happy to be a supporter. It's episode, I think, 5. Couple Cap Community Theaters. This is my second fantasy draft, and we did a
Comes
nightcap last
co-
year as well.
comes
Oh,
with a
wow.
jacket.
I know,
It's
right? Didn't we say that
a
last time?
We
Or
did. We
like
should get some nice satin
the
jackets.
no, you said it was members only.
Oh yeah, but but satin, right?
Okay.
Yeah, with royal blue.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Maybe some red piping, on the epaulets.
I'll look for that in the mail soon.
Please don't. Please don't. Oh, by the way, for everybody I owe something in the mail, I swear I'm going to get to it. I have so far behind, and we'll get to a few reasons why in a minute. But Mark, great to have you back.
I'm excited for tonight. It's going to be a blast.
All right. And then we have a shield slinger supporter of the show, longtime shield slinger. And we are excited to have, for the first time on the show, Kyle Foster. Hi, Kyle.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
All
Looking
right.
forward to it. I check every month to see if there's an opening for the super soldiers.
Oh, well, we appreciate that.
That is
Um,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, maybe someday we'll break it past 10. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but we appreciate that. But still, Shield Slinger is huge.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate that. So, Kyle, maybe you could tell the listeners a little bit about why you love Cap and so much that you're like supporting a show.
Cap, I find to be a very unique character because he is defined by his choices rather than his powers. You know, he's not he would be a hero no matter what. Steve Rogers was always going to be a hero, and I started reading him 50 years ago this year. First cap I ever got was the Bicentennial Battles, the big giant-sized
Oh,
treasury
nice.
book, and then I started getting I think it was Marvel Super Action that were the reprints of the old Cap stories that had the Steranko
Hmm.
era stories where against Hydra and all those, and that's why I think my Cap default is Espionage Cap with Sharon and Dum Dum and Fury and all that stuff because they were all really integral in those first stories I read.
That's cool.
So
That's awesome.
we've talked about this on the show before, right? We feel like there's three types of cap. There's super soldier, superhero, and super agent. And
Yes,
sounds like you
yeah,
like the super agent.
yeah. That I think that's my default. That's why I like Brubaker so much. That was very much back in that
Mm.
Steranko style.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's awesome. Kyle, it's great to have you on the show. And by the way, I'm a big fan. You're a frequent poster in the Captain America Comic Fans
I try
group.
to.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
always
it's a good grape.
great,
It's a
great
good group.
stuff. Great stuff that you share. So thank you for that.
Or we're going to challenge you, Kyle. Where's your coin?
It is in my display case that is not in this room.
All right. You know what? We've scouts on, or we trust you.
You've
Mine's in
seen my picture. You've seen the picture of mine because it's the one that was all beat up because it
that's
got
true.
into the wash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's in my pants, but I do have my fidget spinner. So
I need one of those.
in case I get stressed tonight, I can just spin my fidget.
There's going to be a lot of stress tonight.
Yes.
So for those who aren't familiar with what we're doing tonight, I'll give a brief synopsis, and also I'm going to present the rules so that we're all on the same page. And so we are doing a draft of characters to form a story. So very much like a fantasy sports draft. Our team is going to be the characters in our story. We all have Steve Rogers on our team. So these will be supporting characters for Steve Rogers. Now, the characters we just like in a sports draft, you're like, oh, okay, well, I need a quarterback, I need a wide receiver, I need a running back, I need a tight end. You need categories in this draft as well. So the categories are: you need a villain, you need a lover. This could be past or former or present. You need a former foe turned ally, and you need a civilian. Bob, what's a civilian?
I knew you're gonna pick on me. I hope I get this. It's somebody who is not currently at this time exercising superpowers or involved in crime fighting. No, that's
Yeah, no,
going too far, right?
no, you
No,
did.
is that all right? All right.
Oh my gosh, I'm like a proud dad right now. It's just like it only took you six drafts to finally get it right.
Yeah, well, you've come around.
Uh-huh. That's nice. All right. Yeah. So a civilian is somebody who does not have any superpowers, or at least using the superpowers. They're retired, or they're not actively fighting crime in any way, whether that's police, military, shield, whatever the case may be. So fantastic. So those are our four categories. Now, we make it even more stressful because of the 8 characters, we have to represent 5 different decades. So, because it would be really simple for us to just pick 8 characters with what that, but now we're making it tough, right? We're making it tough because you got to represent. Cap's been around for nine decades, right? I think so. Am I doing the math right?
I don't know. Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, 8 or 9 decades, right?
Yeah.
So you got
Round up.
to pick a character from 5 of those different ones, and we will be keeping track on that. If you are listening, you're missing out a little bit because we'll have images of the characters up in case you can't remember, like, who the heck is that? Because we do pull some obscure ones, and also we'll have a halftime. So after round 4, I'll have a little recap of everything, and I'll show that up visually to show where we are and where we're standing and what we still need to do. Gentlemen.
So I hope you all have your musical instruments for the halftime show, so we can knock that out really quickly, and then get back to the second half.
I actually have my trumpet right behind me. I've got a didgeridoo behind me, so we can have all kinds of fun.
I've got a bass guitar, so we can jam.
Recorder.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've got the spoons for the knee. Kyle, who's your favorite bass player? There's only one only one right answer.
My favorite bass player?
Mhm.
It would probably be Sting.
Okay. All right. Favorite. I did say favorite. Now, who's the best bassist?
The best? I think Christopher Squire and Yes was the best, but I would also give Geddy Lee a strong vote.
Okay. I respect those answers, but it's wrong. So even Sting refers to him as the godfather of all bass players. That is Mr. Sir Paul McCartney.
Oh, well, yeah, he's very underrated. He's a very underrated bass player. He does a lot of the same things Sting's did and have melodic bass lines that carry the song as opposed to just being rhythm.
He was in a band, wasn't he? Was that Wings?
Yes,
Yeah,
Wings.
he was. Yeah, it was the Wings. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very popular though. And you got to reverse that, Kyle. He doesn't do a lot of things that Sting does.
Well, you're right.
Okay,
Sting does a lot of things that McCartney did.
Yeah, Sting
Yes.
looks up to Paul. He
Yes,
calls
you're
him the
right.
godfather
You're right.
of all bass players. All right. Sorry, I digress. And before we get into the draft, I do want to say, you guys have been active in the bracket, right, on the fantasy on the Facebook group, and when this comes out, let me just take a look at my handy dandy calendar right now. So the day this comes out, we are actually starting the Final Four, and then so Wednesday the 22nd, and Thursday the 23rd. These are two of the Final Four, and then on Saturday the 25th is when we have the finals. If you had a guess, who do you think's making it into the Final Four? Mark, you go first.
As you're saying this, I was just pulling up today's poll to see where see where we are. It's so hard every day as we got past the first round. One of my nostalgic favorites, and I'll keep saying it as long as it goes, is Death of the Red Skull.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one will be there. I also think Winter Soldier is going to be in the Final Four as well. Those are two of my
I
favorites.
got news for you, man. If Death of the Red Skull does win, it's going up against Winter Soldier.
Yes.
So it won't make the Final Four.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's not long for the world. I don't think it's going to get past Winter Soldier. So Winter Soldier may be the leader in the clubhouse right now. So that's probably where I would go.
How about you, Kyle?
For sure bet.
I will always go with Winter Soldier. That's my favorite Cap story of the modern stuff. I think that the group also gravitates to the Englehart and Lim era. So I think Streets of Poison has a chance of getting through.
Streets of Poison's going up against Secret Empire. Who do you think won?
Oh, the original Secret Empire or the second one? That's tough. I think Streets of Poison will probably get through.
Okay.
I think Secret Empire is long enough. Well, I don't know. This group really knows about the past stuff. I'll still go with Secret Empire.
Okay. So Secret Empire makes it to the Final Four. Winter Soldier makes it to the Final Four. Bob, you want to pick one?
Yeah, I definitely Winter Soldier is going to be. It's going to be one of the top two. But I do think Streets of Poison is going to beat out Secret Empire.
Could be.
Yeah,
could be.
Definitely think it's got the mojo.
And then I'll finish it with the other two. I think Bloodstone Hunt and Captain America No More, both Grunwald titles, stories. I think those two make it. And I think it's Winter Soldier and Streets of Poison.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. But here's the exciting thing. That final is going to be this Saturday. Again, if you're listening when this comes out. And then you get to vote. You have 24 hours to pick on it. Then, guess what? On Sunday, when that ends, just when that ends, you know what the next vote is? The next vote's going to be, which one of the 4 stories pitched today do you want to listen or want to read the most? So, guys, we are the big follow-up to the bracket, so we can't disappoint.
We're
Are
the
you ready?
masters.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
You bet.
All right. Bob, you're going to be the official timekeeper
I
again?
do. I got my phone here with my Captain America thing that my son gave me. So I'm ready to
Very
go.
nice. All right. 2 minutes.
Product placement.
Right. We're going to be doing 2 minutes. Now, I did pull draft order. I know. I just want to make sure there's, people don't think there's any shenanigans.
I do think there were shenanigans.
There wasn't any.
I think it was all AI.
It wasn't any shenanigans. If you know anything about me, you know I'm honest to a fault. So yes, I put a video out there of actually me doing it, and I got first, Bob got second, Mark got third, Kyle got fourth. Now, to be fair, it's a snake draft, so I'm not going to have first every round. So then it goes Kyle, Mark, Bob, and me, right? So I have the first pick, and then I have the 8th pick, and then I wrap it around, and I start off with the 9th pick. So that's how the snake draft is going to go. All right. I think we covered the rules. I think we covered everything. So I guess I'm on the clock.
One last thing. If there is a dispute, we vote, right?
We do.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
vote. So just remember, who's the smiling one? No, in all seriousness, we do. So if there's a dispute, we'll just resolve it as we go along. We'll take a vote, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, and there'll be disputes.
Yeah.
There will
Are
be
you saying there
disputes.
may be some loophole discrepancies at some point, Bob?
There could be,
Yeah.
Mark. One never knows.
Yeah. All right. So I'm on the clock. Bob, you want to start the timer?
Yep, you are on the clock. Go. First pick.
Okay. So I will say this to you guys. So when I go back and I take a look at the last 5 drafts and who had the very first pick, I actually had the first pick the first 3 drafts just by sheer luck. And it was one of those things where I put Bucky in with the first pick. Now, I'm going to go back and take a look at the previous draft number 4. Matthew Glover had the first pick, and he picked Bucky. And then Jason Olsen had the first pick last time, and that was the first time Bucky wasn't picked. So I have to pick a Bucky with the first pick in this draft, Jack Monroe.
Ooh, interesting. All right.
Yes, Jack Monroe, Bucky of the 50s, is the number 1 pick in the draft. He is absolutely pivotal to my story, so it was very, very important for me to get him. I didn't want to risk waiting, and he represents the 1950s with being retconned to, was it the All Winners, something like that?
Sorry?
I don't remember the name of it.
Young man.
Young Man. That's
Young
what
man
it was.
24.
Yeah, Young Man
Yeah.
24. So he represents a decade of the 1950s.
All right. Interesting pick, Rick. Puts me in a conundrum.
And you're on the clock.
All right. I'm going to go with William Burnside. So same issue.
Oh,
Young Men 24 with a cover date of December 1953. And of course, he appeared, in Captain America 153, which we've covered on the show. So retroactively, credit was given to Don Rico and John Romita Jr. and Mort Lawrence, but of course, we know Steve Englehart and Sal Buscema did that retcon. So he is going to be my foe turned ally.
Foe turned out, and Jack Monroe is my foe turned ally as well. So when you say it put you in a pickle, were you considering Jack Monroe?
I was actually. I mean, I did have him as a pick, but I had a backup for him. So,
All right, Mark, you're on the clock.
Wow, good thing I turned my mic off because the sigh of relief that I was actually concerned Rick might possibly take my first round pick fits a couple categories, a foe turned ally and a love interest.
Oh no.
From 1985, Captain America number 310, Rachel Layton, Diamondback. Very important to my story. Tom Boyd may or may not have known already that I was planning on picking Diamondback. And I believe I have his vote now in the poll. So I'm ahead.
You already have one vote.
I won't get shut out.
All right. So you have Diamondback as your love interest, and also she classifies as foe turned ally.
Yes, indeed.
Kyle, you're on the clock.
Okay. I am also relieved. My first pick is, in keeping with my picture, Sharon Carter.
Nice.
1963? 68. Hold on. Let me check my page here. I got it all written down.
65, I think.
65. Tales of Suspense, number 75. 1965, December.
She was my backup pick if Diamondback had been taken. So
Diamondback was my backup pick if Sharon got taken.
Great minds think alike.
All right. Well, let me just cross Sharon Carter off my list.
The first pivot.
Yes. I am going to have to pivot. All right. Good pick. Kyle, it's back to you with the first pick in the second round.
My second pick, unfortunately also from the 60s, is Star Saxon, a.k.a. Machine Smith.
Interesting. Is he your villain?
Yes, he is my villain.
All right.
If you can find pictures of everyone on my list, I will be very impressed because I have gone truly, truly obscure in a couple of cases.
Is that why you were laughing before? Because I saw you laughing when I mentioned
because
that.
I have picked some really obscure people.
Okay. Well, then you got lucky getting the popular one first, and then all the rest are going to be obscure. All right, Mark, you're on the clock.
Mine is not as obscure, and I'm not just mining for another vote, John Sewell. Batroc the Leaper from Tales of Suspense 75, same issue that Sharon Carter debuted in. And he is from the 60s. He can classify as a villain, maybe. He could also be a foe turned ally, but we'll see where my story takes him.
Well, you got to classify him. Pick one.
We'll call him a villain.
All right. Batroc Zilipa goes with pick number 6. Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my former love interest, Peggy Carter. First appearance, Tales of Suspense 75, 1965, or if you don't count the obscured memory, then her first full appearance would be in Tales of Suspense 77 from 1966. So
she classifies as the 60s, right?
She does. She does classify as the 60s. So she is my former love interest.
Love interest always
love interest. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a quarterback, right? Like once they're gone, they're gone. So, all right, Bob, I am on the clock.
You are, my friend.
In the interest of that run on quarterbacks.
Or tight ends.
Or wide receivers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I feel like I've got to go with the love interest before they're all gone. Sharon Carter's gone. Peggy Carter's gone. Diamondback's gone. Before you know it,
It's Connie. I know it's Connie.
Bob, you know me so well. Bernie Rosenthal. Bernie. Bernie
All right.
is my love interest and pick number 8 in this draft.
Right. We are flying along, folks.
We really are. All right. Now, for my next pick.
My heart is pounding, Rick.
This guy's pivotal to my story.
Okay.
It could be that I am picking him a little early. It could be that I am picking him just at the right time before somebody else does.
Ooh, interesting.
Bob, you have picked this guy before.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to look this up real quick. You picked this guy as the 5th pick in the last draft. So the fact that he made it to number 9, I'm really excited to get Dr. Faustus.
Oh, all right. Good choice. You had
One
me
of your
nervous.
favorites.
Yeah, you had me nervous.
I
Yeah.
hate that guy.
I know. He's done so many bad things to so many people that we care about.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
I am. All right. So thankfully, you had me very, very nervous. I got to tell you, my heart was pounding a little bit. in my chest. I'm going with my civilian. I'm going with Arnie Roth.
Nice.
First appearance, Captain America number 268 from January 1982 with a cover date of April 1982, created by J.M. DeMatteis and Mike Zeck.
1980s.
Yes.
All right. That's your 3rd decade, so good for you. You and me both have 3 decades represented. All right. Mark, you're on the clock.
I am. And I'm trying to decide between a couple right now. I am going to go with Flag Smasher
What?
from 1985, Cap number 312. A very important character for the story I have in mind. This is a couple years after I started reading Cap, so he's a really near and dear character to my heart. And when Cap fought against him in Ultimatum and I was in my formative years, that's always stuck with me. So I think I'd like to have a story revolving a little bit around Flag Smasher.
Nice. Good character. A little underused. All right, Kyle, you're on the clock.
Okay. I would like to take former director of S.H.I.E.L.D., Maria Hill.
Wow. Again, obscure. I like it. Mariah Hill. Is it Maria or Mariah? I don't know. Maria?
I've always said it Maria, but
I have to.
It's probably right. Yeah.
He just picked a girl named Maria.
I thought nobody solved the problem like Maria.
Yeah.
There it is.
Santa Maria. Kyle, I'm sorry. What was her first? When did she appear?
she first appeared in New Avengers 4 in 2005, and her first Cap appearance was Cap Volume 5, number 22, November 2006.
Very nice. All right. So I'm just putting her underneath allies.
She will be other.
Yeah, other. Yep. All right. You're on the clock for the first pick in the fourth round. This is going fast.
This is my first deep cut. Fabian Stankiewicz.
Nice.
Mechanaut.
I actually don't think this is a deep cut.
Really?
No, we've had Fabian drafted twice before.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I would say Maria Hill definitely was deeper. I don't think she's ever been drafted before. So, but nice.
I had Fabian on my list as a possible person.
He was Avengers 217 in December 1980, and then Captain America 352 in December of 88.
So he is a 1980s character.
Yes.
All right. Where is he falling under? What category?
He is foe turned ally.
I can dig it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep.
Public nuisance to the Avengers.
Yes. Taken out by David Letterman.
All right, Mark, you're on the clock.
Let's go to the 1970s. Captain Britain, Brian Braddock,
Ooh.
I did not see that coming.
and his first Cap appearance was Cap 305, but he appeared in Captain Britain #1 back in 1976. Again, you can kind of see this era of Cap that I started reading and forming a story around. So Captain Britain will join Captain America.
What decade was that?
1976 is his first appearance.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Like it.
Yep.
All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to go with my villain, Wilhelm Lomer, Masterman, who first appeared in Giant-Sized Invaders that was released in March 1975. But of course, we saw him in Captain America number 253 for the first time, released in October 1980. So he counts for my 1970s and as my villain.
All right. Very nice.
All right.
Now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I have a love interest. I have a villain. I have a foe turned ally. Now, I am super surprised that this character is still here. Do I take him? I think I do. I think I have to. I think the value is there so tremendously that it's like one of those things where you're like, what? How did this character last this long? I was actually tempted to take him with my first pick. I'm so glad I didn't. Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier.
Oh, yeah. He's still hanging out there, isn't he?
I'm really surprised. And you know what?
Yeah.
It was really nice. He represents the 1940s. So that makes 4 characters, 4 different decades for me.
Yeah. All right. Nicely done.
All right. We are going to take a pause as I put together this little list here and share it with everybody. All right. Let's do a halftime recap. So with the first pick in the draft, Rick picked Bucky, but not the one everybody thought. It was Jack Monroe, the former Bucky and Nomad. Bob came back with William Burnside. Now, I'm guessing William Burnside is a pivotal character for him to pick him as high as number 2. He was worried somehow that I was going to get sniped because otherwise I can't see this character being taken in the first few rounds.
Well, you're wrong, Rick. I thought that you might snipe him because you might need him with the Jack Monroe. So I wanted to play it safe and get him off the table.
Oh no, it's very, very smart. But no,
Yeah.
exactly. You brought him up quickly.
Yeah.
When you read the room. Mark got Diamondback as he went for the easy Tom Boyd vote. Kyle sniped me with Sharon Carter. That hurt, but I was hoping she'd make it to pick number 8, but oh well.
No, I knew she wouldn't make it to pick 8.
Yeah. Kyle then came back in the first pick in the second round with Machine Smith as his villain. Again, a little high, but he's already said he's got a lot of obscure characters, which may be a smart strategy in this particular type of game. Go with the characters that people probably aren't going to take. That's smart. Mark then came back with Batroc for the easy John Sewell vote. Bob went with his love interest, Peggy Carter, and I went with my love interest, Bernie Rosenthal. Kicking off round 3, Dr. Faustus is the villain, Arnie Roth is Bob's civilian, Flag Smashers, Mark's villain, and Mariah Hill for Kyle. Then Kyle comes back with Fabian, and Mark gets Captain Britain, a surprise. Bob goes with Masterman, which I'm already feeling this story is going to be a period piece. And then I took the most valuable player available, Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier. So looking at the current roster as it stands, I have love interest, a villain, and a foe turned ally, I need a civilian. And I represent 40s, 50s, 60s, and 80s. I need one more decade. Bob is representing the same categories: love interest, villain, and foe turned ally.
He's got a civilian though too, doesn't he, Rick? Arnie Roth.
Oh, you know what? You're
I
right.
do.
I put that
I
under
do.
other. Thank you
Yeah.
for catching that. Make a quick edit there. So Bob is got all his categories filled. Good for him. And he has 4 different decades. Bob's sitting pretty. He just needs one more decade. Mark, you have your love interest, your villain, and that's it. Oh, well, foe turned ally. Well, yeah, Diamondback counts towards that twice. And you are representing 3 different decades, so you need 2 more in your last 4 picks. And then Kyle, you have love interest, villain, and foe turned ally. I'm sensing a theme here. Everybody's waiting for their civilian at the end because they feel like it doesn't matter. We can pick this guy. But Kyle's got 60s, 80s, and 2005. So you also, like Mark, need 2 more decades in your last 4 picks.
That's the trickiest part of this draft is decades, I felt.
Especially if you're doing a period piece, right? Because
yes, I was originally going to do a period piece and went, no.
yeah, trust me, when you hear my story, you'll understand where I was in that same boat.
Hold on. That raises an interesting question, right?
Mhm.
Because how do you, unless it's a World War II story or perhaps a Cold War story, right? A period piece. We've got the sliding timeline, right? So I mean, this guy's
yes and no.
right?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
No. So I'll go back to a story that I did.
Okay.
I did a follow up to Deathlock Lives. And that's a certain time in the scale.
Sure. Yeah.
And so Sharon Carter can't be in it because she was still,
that's fair. Okay.
And any character that came after that wouldn't be in it.
Okay.
Right.
Makes
so,
sense. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're doing a story like that,
right.
that is a period and a piece in time.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well explained.
Well, I had 2 ideas. If I didn't get Diamondback and I could get Sharon, I was going to have to pivot what time period in the Cap chronology it was going to go, because Sharon's not in it where I have my story planned. So it's a lot of thought into that, as Rick said.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of us think that throughout.
Yeah. Some of us don't. Some of us don't. Some of us, we just go on autopilot.
My original picks were like, uh-oh.
I started to think about it, but then I fell asleep last night. So.
All right, Bob, should we kick off round 5? Put me on the clock.
Do it. Yeah, let's do it. Rick is on the clock.
All right. Again, I've got to go with the character that I think is a major league character. Yet, too often, this character lasts until the later rounds, doesn't get the love that he really deserves. And so I am going to give him some love now with pick 17, representing the 1970s and my final decade that I need, Mr. Sam Wilson.
Good pick. Good pick.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Great character.
You got some huge characters with him and Bucky and
Jack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bernie,
of course. Yeah.
This is a blockbuster film waiting to happen.
It really is. Really is. Rick is known for those. He pulls it all together. So, all right. Nicely done.
All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
I'm torn here. I am torn here between 2 potential co-villains. But
go with the sexy one to go with Masterman. Come on.
I am. I'm going to go with Arnim Zola. So Arnim Zola, first appearance, Captain America 208, released in January 1977, created by the legendary Jack Kirby. So I was torn. I really was here. And in fact, I got to change my whole story to use Zola, because that's not who I had in mind. But going with Zola.
He just looks better than Warrior Woman. Is that it?
Well, let me finish this and I'll let you know.
He brings a TV to the equation.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
if you get
Yeah.
bored.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Mark, you're on the clock.
We're going to add one more villain. We're going to add Baron Wolfgang von Strucker
Ooh.
from
Nice.
1966. Uh-oh.
Did we feel somebody got sniped?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Did I snipe you?
No.
Baron
Oh.
Strucker.
No, I,
all right.
Baron
yeah.
Strucker.
I was kind of worried based on where I think you're headed here, Kyle, and I'm like, I like this guy for something I kind of want to try, and so we'll see how that works out. But he appeared first in Strange Tales number 150 in 1966, and his first Cap appearance is in issue 130. Another, I think, sometimes underutilized character. They could do so much more with him, and he just kind of shows up as a raving lunatic, which may or may not be how he shows up in my story too.
Yeah. Now that he's over in the X books, I'm not real sure what's going to happen to him
Yeah, really different.
with that weapon exile thing.
I
But
haven't been
agree,
reading
he's
that. Is that
underrated.
good?
I haven't read it. I haven't read an X-Men book since Claremont left, so I just keep
That's a
up with him,
while.
kind of.
Okay. All right. And that's the 1960s there for Strucker, right?
Yes.
All
Yep.
right. Very nice. Kyle, you're on the clock.
I will take not an obscure character. I will take the original Marvel character, Jim Hammond, the Human Torch.
Oh, wow. Very nice. You just want the 30s. That's what you want.
Yes, but I haven't. He fits in the story.
Okay. Jim Hammond. Very nice.
Yeah, that's an unexpected pick.
It's the first time for him in these drafts.
It really
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
When I
It
first got into comics, Invaders was like my team book,
Oh,
and the whole reason I bought it was because the Human Torch was on the cover, and I thought it was Johnny, and I was like, wait, this is cool though. He's cooler. It was
Yeah.
the Baron Blood. It was the issue where they introduced Baron Blood, and Torch is off walking during the blackout. And he said, "I'm going to teach them why their people are afraid of fire." I was like, yeah.
nice.
I have to say, you weren't the only one who was confused thinking that was Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people fell for that. All right, Kyle, you are on the clock with the first pick of round 6.
I am going to take round 6. I'm going to take someone that you just mentioned. I'm going to take Luther Manning, Deathlock.
Ooh. Wow. I am
Wow.
looking forward to your story.
Yes.
There.
And he
Luther.
is the 1970s, I believe.
Yes. Yes, he is.
And his first Cap appearance was Captain America 286, October 1983.
Am I putting this under villain or other?
He is villain.
Okay. With Machine Smith. Hey, wait a minute. It's starting to sound like a story I did. You did listen to the other podcast, right?
Yes,
Okay, I'm teasing.
but not that one.
Yeah. No, I will say Deathlock, yeah. In 286,
Yes.
special place in my heart. That was the very first Captain America comic book I ever recall buying with my own money.
Oh,
And
cool.
I have been buying it monthly ever since.
A prodigious run.
Says the English teacher.
That's your word of the day.
I've been
Yes.
buying mine with my wife's money. So
That's the best way to do it.
that's right.
Mark, you're on the clock.
I need my civilian. And so my civilian is going to be Cap's chauffeur for this storyline. That would be Mr. John Jameson
Nice.
Okay.
from 1963, Amazing Spider-Man number
Wow.
1. First Cap appearance wasn't until Cap 358. He flies the Quinjets for the Avengers, so there'll be a little bit of a travel story here with Cap as John Jameson takes him around.
And that's he's 1980s, right? Or 70s.
He first appeared in the 60s, Amazing Spider-Man
60s.
number 1, yes.
I'm
Yep,
not a big Spider-Man guy, so I missed that.
that's unfortunate.
I know.
Uh,
I've read
I know-
my share, but still.
Yeah. I know I still need 2 decades with my
You
last
do.
2 picks, and I think I have that covered. So,
Okay.
barring a really deep cut by Kyle, I think I should be fine.
Bob, you're on the clock.
All right. I gotta recover from that first pick of yours, Rick. I'm gonna go with Fred Davis Jr.
Oh, nice pivot.
Not Sammy Davis Jr., but Fred Davis Jr. First appearance, Captain America Comics 49, released in August 1945. And of course, he showed up in the modern age for the first time in Captain America Annual number 6 in 1982. So counts as a 1940s character for me. And he's going to have an important role in this story.
I don't know what makes me happier, the fact that you were able to pivot so well, or the fact that I stole Jack Monroe from you.
Yeah. I'll never tell you how important that character was.
Yeah,
but it was really important.
In my mind, it was really important. All right, so I'm on the clock. Bob, I feel like I'm taking this one from you. Maybe not necessarily in this story, but in life in general. Because I know how much this character is important to you. In fact, he's your second favorite character, Mr. Nicholas Fury.
All right, I thought you were going to say Mike Duffy. Oh my God! I was like, I did it.
No, I got Nick Fury.
All right, Nick Fury's a third best character, right? But fourth best. I got to count Duffy. I got to count Doughboy, right?
All right.
Yeah. I thought you were leading to Fury earlier when you had that big buildup in a previous round. Somebody that Bob would want and has used before.
Right. Tricky.
Yeah. Who was that? Oh, it was Faustus.
Faustus.
Yep. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
First pick in round 7. I need a civilian. So this one is going to come as a huge surprise to you all.
Okay.
Never been picked before in any of our drafts. She represents the 1960s. Not that I need another decade, but Dr. Jane Foster.
Wow.
Oh,
that is unexpected.
Wow.
That is unexpected. Okay.
All right. Bob,
when did she
coming?
When did she come into the Cap comics? I'm just curious.
That would be during the Ed Brubaker run in Captain America number 7.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bob?
All right. Well, you knew it was coming. Uatu, the Watcher. First appearance, Fantastic Four number 13, released January 1963, but he also appeared in Captain America, the 1996 series, number 12. Character created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. So Uatu, the Watcher.
We knew it was coming because this was one of your Nick Fury files, or was it?
No, I'm just leading you on.
Oh, okay.
The Watcher on the wall.
Nobody knew that was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't.
But you drafted him before, didn't you?
I have never drafted the Watcher.
No.
Nope.
Well,
yeah.
Mark, what you got?
I'm going to take somebody from the 1990s, and I'm going to do my German heritage wrong because I'm probably going to mispronounce his name. He first appeared in Captain America number 387, 1991. Hauptmann Deutschland, Captain Germany, will be making an appearance.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
This is fantastic. I love the deep cut. I'm putting him under other, I guess.
I mean, he's an ally as well, of course, but
yeah,
whatever flips your waffle.
All right. Very nice. Kyle, you're on the clock.
Okay.
Love that enthusiasm.
So I need one more decade, right?
Let's see. You've got the 60s, 70s, 80s. Oh, no, you're done. You have 30s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 2005. You're good on decades, but you do need a civilian.
Yes, I will take my civilian right now. In the obscure cut, Layla Taylor. From 1971. She will be my civilian reporter.
Layla. Right. Interesting. Well, I've got Sam Wilson, so I'd like to see how this is going to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe your two stories could get together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Very nice. So that was the end of round 7. Now, starting the last and final round, round 8. Kyle, you have the first pick. Who are you going for?
A not obscure cut because I don't need him. I am going to go with Dum Dum Dugan.
Nice.
Very good.
You know I've got Nick Fury, right?
Yes.
Just saying.
That's why Nick isn't in my story because he's in your story, and Dum Dum is the stand-in for Nick.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Now,
nice
is this the real Dum Dum or is this the life model decoy?
I prefer the real Dum Dum, but since it's current day, it would have to be the life model decoy one. But
That's fair.
I kind of ignore all that stuff and just pretend it's the real one.
I hear you. Mark, you're on the clock.
All right. We haven't had a loophole yet.
Oh, here it goes.
Bob's very excited.
Yes.
So we can pick characters from any Cap series, limited series, one shot that Captain America is the star in, correct?
That
Correct.
is correct. Yeah.
My choice from 1939. Batman. From the Batman Captain America
Okay, Nike. I
one
love it.
shot.
I love it.
Detective Comics number 27.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I will. Oh wait. Who's your civilian again?
John Jameson.
Okay. Yeah. I got to be honest with you. You're the first one to pick Batman. Not the first one to think about him. I have like, how am I going to do a story with Batman? And
I think I have it. I think I have it
Bravo.
figured out. And I thought you may think of him at some point. I know you've got some original art by John Byrne from that very one shot. Some beautiful art.
I used to, yeah.
So, yeah, Batman will make an appearance.
I can't wait to hear your pitch.
Did not see that one.
Can't wait to hear it. All right, Bob, you're on the clock.
Come on, you know. Anybody
Warrior
know?
Woman. Warrior
Anybody
Woman.
know? No.
Sergeant Duffy.
It's Sergeant Duffy, of course. First appearance in Captain America Comics #1, right? Released in December 1940 with a cover date of March 1941. Created by that legendary duo, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. So I gotta have Mike Duffy in my story.
Do you?
It's tradition.
Tradition. Since we're on a musical kick tonight.
Right, yeah.
All right. I'm on
Rick,
the clock.
It's all on you.
I'm on the clock.
Mr. Irrelevant.
It is. You want to, Bob, you remember what that is because we talk about it at every single draft. What is that?
What's what?
Mm-hmm. Mark, for our listeners who maybe don't know, what does that mean?
Mr. Irrelevant is the last pick of the NFL draft every year. And so the last
his
pick
nickname,
of the last pick of the Cap Fan-tasy Draft, though I'm sure he won't be irrelevant to your story.
You know who it's not irrelevant to? The guy that gets picked.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, you flip your perspective. You see the world in a different way, Mark.
That's right. You're not wrong. You rarely are, Bob.
All right. What do you got, Rick?
All right. I've got somebody that I'm going to put down as, this could be this could be a civilian. We'll go with civilian. 1980s. Not that I need another decade.
Ram.
No. This character was made an impression on a lot of young teenage boys when this particular comic came out. She, especially, I think James Foley had mentioned her by name, and that is one Miss Priscilla Lyons, aka Vagabond.
Hey, all right.
Very good pick.
Good pick. Good pick.
Have you picked her before?
No, I think it's the first time she's ever been picked.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. And there you have it.
All right.
There you have it. That is the draft. We have all our characters. Every one of us got our decades, got our categories, and we have a story to pitch. So what's going to happen next is we're all going to have 3 minutes to give a pitch to our story. Then what's going to happen is this Sunday in the Facebook group, we will put up a poll and you will get to vote on which story you would like to read the most. In addition to that, each one of us will have an opportunity to write a little blurb about each character and what they are going to be doing in the story. And we will put together a previews, like from a Diamond catalog previews description that you would see, like a solicitation of what the story will be. So we'll be putting that together and we will include that with the poll. So you get to pick which story you want. All right. I am busy typing this stuff up. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Bob. I'll give you the clock. You
All right.
have 3 minutes.
All right. So my story begins in 1953 in New York City. And it's a world where the Nazis had won World War II, where Dr. Erskine had never escaped Germany. There was no super soldier program. And Steve Rogers never became Captain America. He's 31. He's working at the Lee School as a janitor, going to night school to become an art teacher. He's still scrawny and sickly and shares a tenement apartment on the Lower East Side with his best friend, Arnie Roth, who works down at the Brooklyn dockyards. Like the rest of what's in the United States, happening in the rest of the United States, New York City is ruled with an iron fist with these roving patrols of master guards, effectively clones of Master Man. Steve arrives home to find out that Arnie has been arrested, but all his inquiries lead to nowhere. Roth has seemingly disappeared without a trace. So Rogers heads down to the docks where he meets up with Roth's foreman, an old grizzled World War II vet who got amnesty for his army service, but is yet stuck working a dead-end job for poverty wages, a guy by the name of Mike Duffy. Duffy doesn't know where Roth is, but he introduces Steve to someone who might know, a woman named Peggy Carter. Peggy is rumored to have done something overseas during the war, but she returned with her face half scarred and all her pre-war memories of her life gone. She is now, however, involved in the American underground resistance, and so we learn was Arnie. She tells Steve that he's mostly been taken to a work camp over on Rikers Island, a place run by the infamous Arnim Zola, who performs medical experiments on his prisoners. But she says it's a lost cause because the camp is guarded by none other than the former Master Man with his squad of master guards. But Steve refuses to give up. He's going to go get Arnie. And Peggy says that if he's dead set on it, she can show him a way to get through an old sewer system inside. After that, he's on his own. So Steve goes back to the Lee School where he confides in a colleague and a friend, a history teacher recently out of college by the name of Billy Burnside. Steve just wants to let him know where he's gone in case he doesn't return. But Burnside is young and full of vim and vigor and is all in on trying to help Steve find Arnie. So they take off to meet up with Peggy Carter to find their way into the sewer system. But as they get there, they realize, just past curfew, by the way, so the master guards are out, that they've been followed by a young teaching assistant of Billy Burnside, a guy who was a recent graduate of the Lee School by the name of Fred Davis. They can't send him back because of the guards, so they all go into the sewer system to try to locate Roth. And they find a shop of horrors in there. And eventually they locate Roth, but he's in bad shape. And as they attempt to leave, the alarms start blaring. They've been detected. The master guards arrive as well as Master Man. And Steve, in order to save his
30
friend,
seconds.
all right, save his friend, triggers the door. It comes down. He battles it out with Master Man and the master guards, but he gets his ass beaten. But he gets thrown across the room into a vat of this oozing liquid. And sure enough, he breaks out of that vat. And it's the same vat that turned Master Man, William Lomer, into Master Man. He's able to defeat Master Man, rejoin his friends outside the gate. And as Roth and Burnside make it back home, Rogers and Davis decide they're going to pick up the fight. And that is how this reality gets their Captain America. And so the Watcher tells this story and reveals that, in fact, we're going to have a Captain America and a sidekick in this reality.
I love it.
It's what
That's
if.
very cool.
What if?
Awesome.
It is a what if. Yes.
Very nice.
All right.
I like that, Bob. Very well kind of creative thought out there. And the whole vat thing kind of had that feel of Helmet Zemo a little bit.
Well, you're right, because if you remember from Master Man's first appearance in Giant Size Invaders #1, he is created in a vat. and breaks out of that vat and is his enhanced self. So I thought we use that same process here with Steve.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great
Love
idea.
the Watcher as a narrator is just always such a great use of that character. So
thank you, my friends. All right, who's next?
I can go if you want.
All right, you are on the clock. Ready, set, go.
Spinning out of Shadows over Albion. From a previous Cap Fantasy Draft written by the great Tom Boyd, Cap and Diamondback, after their adventure in England, are invited by Captain Britain to join them on a tour of Europe because he has learned about the machinations of Flag Smasher, Batroc, and Baron von Strucker as they guide Ultimatum and seek to sow dissension among the nations of Europe in order to gain supreme power, and thus must rise the new allies, Captain America and Diamondback, Captain Britain, joining them Hauptmann Deutschland to defend Germany, and also joining them Batroc Zeliber? France is in danger. What will Batroc do? Plus, Baron von Strucker, leaning into the magical elements of the old Nazi regime, trying to gain different mystical powers, has somehow brought a dark mystery guest over from a distinguished competition. Will he join the heroes in taking down the villains and saving Europe on this heroic road trip? Tune in and find out as we leave Shadows over Albion and enter the dark depths of Europe.
I love it. I love it.
So,
Yes.
all right. So, how can Tom not vote for you?
Yeah, right. I know, right?
Tom went from voting for you to now being your PR manager.
He may be campaigning. And we don't even know how Shadows over Albion ends yet because
I see an ad in issue 3 of Shadows over
Oh,
Albion.
yes.
You know?
Yes.
stay tuned next issue
How sad.
because sales are so good that we had to keep the story going.
Right.
All right. All right. So, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What if, here's a what if,
Okay.
I take Diamondback with the first pick. And Bob, instead of taking William Burnside, takes Sharon Carter. What are you doing?
I think I could still do a similar idea. I think I was going to lean toward including the Scarlet Witch as the love interest.
Interesting.
I wanted somebody that was heroic and had powers as part of that. In the Captain America and Falcon series in the 2000s, there was a kind of sort of romance there. So that was my well, I have the third pick, so if I have to, I'll take her. Sharon Carter, I would have pivoted to more of a spin out of the Man Without a Country storyline when Mark Waid and Ron Garney came on. But this sits squarely in the Mark Grunwald era. Thomas said his story right before Fighting Chance, so continue out of there and take all these wonderful characters and throw them together in a magical road trip.
Magical mystical road trip.
I love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kyle, let's hear
Okay.
your pitch.
Okay. Captain America, the Orwell Protocols. The revolution will be digital. We begin with a tight shot on a TV screen.
Now you have
On the screen?
Oh, Kyle, I'm sorry. You have 3 minutes. I just want to.
Yes.
Okay.
The screen is a news broadcast talking about Captain America being accused of treason and S.H.I.E.L.D. activating a international manhunt. So we then pull back and we see S.H.I.E.L.D. raiding this house, which was a safe house, which Cap and Sharon were occupying earlier. Dum-Dum is there, and he says basically if Cap's gone traitor, then we're the ones who have to bring him down. So we flip back to 2 weeks earlier where we see Cap and Sharon having a quiet dinner at home when suddenly there's a knock on the door. He opens the door and he finds Fabian standing outside. Fabian is disheveled and looks like he's been running and he's sweating. He tells him, Steve, I had nobody else to turn to. You've got to help me. There's something very wrong. And just as he's about to tell Steve what's wrong, Deathlock the Demolisher shows up. So we have a nice fight with Sharon getting Fabian to safety and Cap fighting Deathlock and getting him defeated temporarily. And so they get away. And that's when they see news reports coming out that they've been involved in stealing state secrets involving some sort of surveillance system. So the surveillance system, they are told by Fabian, is called Project Looking Glass. And during Civil War, Maria Hill authorized this back door into basically every system they could find because they were worried about Ultron or another AI getting loose in the net since everything is so connected. Well, we discover that someone has done that, and that someone is Machine Smith, who after his last appearance has been living in the net. So they have to find the location where Hammer moved this mainframe to, and they have to be able to take it out. During the course of their adventure, they recruit various people who have been off the grid and would trust Steve over any sort of evidence. So Julia, as a reporter, has been following this story about AI experts being murdered. So Cap goes to her thinking that they may be related, and she starts sharing information, and she can kind of keep Cap and them abreast of what's going on in the world outside as Dum Dum is hunting them. They then go to Maria, and they find out where the location is. When they arrive at the location, they find Deathlock and Jim there working for Machine Man. Cap is able to talk to Jim and break him out of the control because he's not a normal android. So his loyalty to Steve breaks him out. They defeat Machine Smith by disconnecting the mainframe from the internet. And at the last page,
you out of time, Kyle?
Yes.
Yeah, you got another 10 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. At the very end, we see a screen that comes up that says Machine Smith 5.0 online, field test, human variables, unpredictable, initiate protocol, dead man's hand. And it would say continued in Secret Avengers.
Nice.
Very cool.
Good. Yeah.
I like the thought you put into that. That is really
a lot
good.
of detail. A lot of detail.
Yeah. I love a story that starts in median res right in the middle.
Yes.
And then kind of flashes back and how did we get here? And you really detailed that nicely. Some of the fears of today, some of the AI internet stuff, Machine Smith fits wonderfully into that whole concept.
Yeah, that was my whole idea, was about what is truth if truth can be changed digitally.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I like that.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Now,
also
Rick,
like like the fact that you had Dum Dum say, all right, if Cap did something wrong, we're going to be the ones to bring him in. Like that just seemed like something like a Dum Dum do.
It is a Dum Dum thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I love that, people will take Cap's word over any evidence in front of their face.
Yes.
Right. That's cool.
Yeah.
Too.
I wanted to work in Clint and Mockingbird, but we don't have enough characters. So
right.
there would be a lot more people in this story if I had free reign for everybody I wanted.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Rick
had to rein you in at the beginning because, we learned our lesson with Tom.
Yes.
He read the script for Shadows over Albion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Panel by panel.
As soon as you said the camera is in on there and he pulls out, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you had enough time.
That's where we got the idea for the halftime from, because we had to take a break halfway through Tom's recitation. So.
All right. Is it my turn?
You are the last man standing, Rick. So
all right, give me a second here.
All right.
Let me
know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Go.
All right. So for many of us fans of the J.M. DeMatteis and Mark Gruenwald years, the way Ed Brubaker ended the character of Jack Monroe didn't sit well. When Brubaker got approval to bring Bucky back as the Winter Soldier, he felt having two former Buckys was redundant. So he wrote a one-issue story of Jack going crazy, rushing through the final sad year of his life, only to be assassinated by Winter Soldier. And that was it. No acknowledgement, no funeral, no one missing him. Until now. In my one-shot story, Steve is alerted by Nick Fury that Jack's body was found. There are flashbacks to memories of times with Jack as Steve grieves his fallen friend. A small service is held where Steve gives an amazing eulogy, only as Steve can, both honoring Jack and also encouraging others to keep fighting like Jack did after he was constantly used and manipulated his whole life. Others speak, like Bernie, who was there when Jack came to Steve for help, and Priscilla, who talked about how Jack saved her and inspired her. Sam shared stories of working with Jack, and a reformed Winter Soldier lurked in the background, feeling guilt over his actions. It was an intimate but loving send-off worthy of a hero. The other aspects of Jack's death issue was how senseless and sad his last year was. But what if it wasn't senseless? What if he was actually being manipulated, once again, by the evil mastermind Dr. Faustus? Last we saw, the Doctor was in Nomad 22, which was a crossover with Captain America in 1993. And at the end of that story, Faustus was in his minimal security prison, and Jack confronted him, shooting him in the head, leaving him for dead. We next see him in Cap 22 in 2006, where he was manipulating Sharon Carter disguised as a SHIELD therapist. What was he doing before that? Well, he was having his revenge, using an agent disguised as Dr. Jane Foster to drug him and cause hallucinations. Jack wasn't a sad, failing loner, but a victim of a madman. And if you recall in that story, Jack was watching the news about the Avengers disassembling and wanted to reach out to Steve, concerned for his friend. But the story jumps 3 months and him blacking out that period of time, so we never see what happened. In my story, Jack sends a recording to Steve with a message of encouragement, which Steve didn't get until a couple of months later, which inspired Steve to talk to Tony Stark about forming a new Avengers team. So he was manipulated, not a sad deterioration. He was celebrated by his friends, not forgotten to never be spoken about. And it was his message during Steve's low point of Avengers Disassembled that inspired him to start the new Avengers. That is why the title to my story is A Hero's Farewell.
Nice, well done, Rick. You've taken a very unpopular storyline and turned it in a way to make it more satisfying. Well done.
It does. I feel if you could say I didn't like a Brubaker story, that was probably my least favorite because Jack Monroe was Nomad when I started reading Cap. So he's always been an important character. And I love that Nomad series that he had that you referenced in there. And to tie that all in, that retcon, just so well done, so well put together. I hope Alana Smith isn't listening because otherwise she'll never publish the story.
Oh,
yeah. I hate, I said the Winter Soldier was my favorite Cap storyline, but I hated that issue because I love Jack Monroe. That 90s, 80s series with the long trench coat and everything. I mean, that was my idea of a hero. That was right for that period where I was into the darker, grungier stuff. And I would love to see that story undone, or at least tied up nicely that way. He deserved better than what he got.
Yeah.
Maybe you can surreptitiously get it to the hive mind and they can pitch the story and then write you in somehow.
Yeah.
Maybe like your character.
Yeah.
Got in there somehow.
No, I just know that story has not sit well with many of us from that DeMatteis and then Grunwald era, and felt like I've heard people say they felt like Brubaker did him dirty, and I just feel like this story helps set that right.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm dedicating this story to Nate Hanley, who is the biggest Jack Monroe fan I know.
Oh, interesting. Oh, you got a vote there.
Yeah.
Well, Rick, that's kind of why I wanted to incorporate Jack into my story, but you sniped him, right? Because I wanted to give him a second chance, and Billy Burnside as well, right? Get them away from what drove them down that path, right? Before they entered that path. And so, because he's such a, he's a beloved character. And as you said, Brubaker did him dirty. So it's a great redemption that you provided. And I love flashbacks. So I think flashbacks are a great way because they really pull on those nostalgic heartstrings to see the full spectrum of someone's career, not just what we saw in that one issue.
Right. Yeah. And I kind of felt like that was the first thing that was going to happen once Nick tells Steve that he passed, that, you go to the memories
Right.
of the person that you lost.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I think we have 4 amazing stories here, and I think we did a great job drafting our characters. There were a few snipes there, a little drama, as Bob said, maybe some pulses racing. We hope our listeners also got some fun out of this draft, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think we have 4 winners here, but there can only be really one winner. So go to the Facebook group this Sunday, and we'll have, I want to say 3 days to cast your vote for who you would like to, what story you would like to read the most. Guys, Mark, Kyle, thank you so much for being on the show. I hope you guys had fun.
Oh, yeah, it was great fun.
Yes.
You thought this was fun, huh? Good. Well,
Yes,
the hard work comes because Rick's going to send you a little form, and you're going to have to condense the story down into 300 characters. So, that's going to keep you up at night.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I have 3 pages.
Yeah. Good luck.
Well, this is AI is your friend, Kyle.
Yeah. Well, and I had so much fun the last time. It's more fun than a barrel full of Cap patrons, but that with another chance, I certainly came back. I can't recommend enough for people to try this. I mean, there's work behind it, but it's so much fun to join you guys on here and develop a story and just be creative and think about Cap when I should maybe be teaching grammar and stuff like that, and
grading papers, right?
Announcing baseball and softball games, and here we go. So a ton of fun, as always.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the work was fun.
Yes.
Well, I compliment the both of you on your backgrounds. So thanks for going the extra mile.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So listeners, please go to Facebook this Sunday, and you will see an opportunity to read the pitches and the bios on each of the characters, so you can get even more depth in about that. So that'll be a lot of fun. And also make sure you go to Facebook the next few days just to finish up the final 4 and the final in our Cap Madness bracket of favorite Captain America stories. And also, if you want to be a guest on the show and you want to help support us, again, please visit buymeacoffee.com/Cap Comic Fans, and you can get more details there and what perks you get for being a supporter of the show. Bob, any final words?
Nope. This has been a ball, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do next week, Rick.
All right. For Bob Lucius, Mark Domeier, and Kyle Foster, I'm Rick Verbonis, and thank you for listening to another episode of the Captain America Comic Book Fans Podcast.